Usually, when you think of real estate sales, especially at this time, time of social media, time of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the idea is real estate brokers or real estate agents have to have a huge social media following to be able to get sales. But my guest for tonight is quite actually quite the reverse. So he is low profile in social media. When you look at his profiles, he doesn't have a lot of friends or a lot of followers, and yet he has remained a consistent top producer for his brokerage Remax Capital Alabang. And in fact, in 2018 or 2019, if I remember correctly, he was the number three agent in Remax Philippines. So I'm very, very excited to know the secret to becoming a top producing salesperson in real estate from my next guest, Mr. Clement Dizon. And hi, Clem.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good evening to all the listeners and viewers of Ronald Canape. Good evening and hello, hello. Nice to
All
see you.
right. Bro, thank you for spending the time with us to share some of your secrets, because especially at this time, there are a lot of brokers or a lot of salespeople that were affected right by the pandemic, and I'm sure you can hopefully you can give them some tips on how they can become a top producer. But before we get into that, can you give us a quick background of what were you doing before you got into real estate?
Yes. Before real estate, right after graduation, because I graduated from San Beda College in Manila, I was into sales right away. Sales right away. I was selling imported spirits, imported liquor like Chivas, Absolute Vodka, Johnny Walker, and I've been in that industry for like 24 years. So after
Wow.
that, I the the two companies in the UK merged. So and then I was offered an early retirement. So I grabbed the opportunity to retire in 2011. And then I joined. After that, I joined the insurance industry with AXA for 5 years, and then I finally found my calling, uh, 2015 in real estate, and I feel that I was still doing two things. 2016, selling insurance and doing real estate on the side, and
Mhm.
eventually I decided that I'm happier with doing real estate. So eventually, I quit selling insurance because I feel that selling insurance is a very hard. Uh, it's a very hard profession because at that time, of course, that's before the pandemic. You have
Yes.
to inform your clients that they needed this, like they needed insurance if ever they get sick, if ever something happens to them, and when they get old. But of course, the Filipino culture, they want gratification when they buy something.
Mhm.
So probably now because of the pandemic and all, I think insurance is already a good is industry to get in if you're really into
Right.
sales. Mm.
Right. So I think right now people are more open
Yes,
to
yes,
insurance right now.
yes.
So,
People are more open to insurance, but that time when I was in the insurance business, I think that helped me to be more passionate with real estate because I find it very gratifying. So
mhm.
eventually, I quit selling insurance and moved to real estate full time.
All right. So now you are full time real estate broker. How long have you been in the real estate industry?
I started I started selling real estate 2015. That's where I closed my first sale.
Mhm.
And then, but I can say that 2016 was where I decided to be full time in real estate, and then I got my broker's license, 2018, and
Mhm.
from that time, from 2018 until now, I'm very happy with what I'm doing. So, and it's very rewarding to be a broker at this point in time because despite the pandemic, you still get business from
Mhm.
clients.
Yeah, yeah. Well, especially in your case, you're a top producer, so I'm sure you are very, very happy. And like recently, I saw your award, right? The 100% Club Award for 2020. Yeah.
Yes, actually, uh, I'm uh, I'm very fortunate also, like what some of my colleagues to receive such award from Remax Philippines
Mhm.
for the year 2020.
Yes. Before we get into the secrets to achieving those high level of sales even during a pandemic, maybe can you take us back to your beginnings in real estate? What was it smooth sailing for you? Was it easy for you to transition into real estate? How did you find that experience?
Actually, I 2015 that my first sale in real estate, I think was a deciding point for me to be in this industry because I had a neighbor. I live here in the Alabang area. I had a neighbor who was a broker, and she said that if I was selling my property, because during my retirement, the money that I got, I bought a property in this particular village where I'm in. So she said that, Clem, are you selling your property? Tapos I told her, sorry po ma'am, I'm not selling it yet. Not selling it yet
Mhm.
because if ever I don't succeed, probably I will be selling my property here in the village, di ba? So I said to her, at the moment, I'm not yet selling it, but probably eventually I might sell it to you. Tapos sabi niya, because I have a buyer who was looking for a property, you might know somebody. And it happens that I had a friend who is a broker who was selling a vacant lot in Ayala Alabang that time. So I
Mhm.
just made the connection and make the dot, and then actually we were able to close the deal with a client. But
Mhm.
of course, that time I was not a licensed broker because if you're dealing with high-end properties, of course, you have to be properly credited. You
Yes.
have to have the proper credentials. You have to be a licensed broker. So eventually, my commission was very little compared to the others. It's just
Yes.
like
Yes.
referral fee because I was not a
Yes.
licensed broker and I was not practicing real estate. So, but even though that made me curious about the real estate industry, and I felt that because I was selling insurance at that time, I said, "Wow, I think it will be easier to sell real estate than sell insurance."
Okay. Yeah.
So, so that made me decide to concentrate on real estate. So actually, I after that, a few months after that, I took because before there was just a review
Mhm.
for you to be able to get a license, you have to undergo a certain review and the certain hours get credit, certain units get certain units, and then after that, you can take the board exams to be a licensed real estate broker. Unlike today,
Yes.
it's a 4-year course.
Yes.
So I was probably the last batch who
Mhm.
took that review and who passed. So there,
Very.
that was my beginning. And then during that review, I had a colleague in that review center who is also a broker or sales agent for Remax.
Mm.
And I said to him, I asked him, "Are you happy with Remax?" And then
Mhm.
he said yes. So I had some thoughts about it, and then I said, probably if I get my license or either if I get it or not, probably I wanted to join Remax because it's like joining a
Mhm.
franchise. They already
Yeah.
have a system, so you won't be so you will be like more knowledgeable in the things to do, and they will give you inputs on how to do and how to come up to be a better real estate broker. So I
Right.
decided to
Right.
join Remax. So instead of learning it the hard way.
Yes. Doing it on your own.
Yes,
Yeah.
doing it on
Yeah.
your own. learning it by trial and error. So it's like joining a franchise. They already have a system, and they have already, let's say, uh, they teach you the rules, and then and how to be successful in the real estate business. So that's why I decided to join Remax.
Okay, okay. So you're saying that it would be better, say, for someone that is, entirely new to real estate, no experience in real estate, and say they want to transition. Would you suggest or would you recommend that they join Remax, to make it easier for them?
There are two things, because when you join Remax, you also have to pay a monthly
Mm,
use for using the office, the use of the, of course, the facilities like the secretary, the accounting, and all. So you're paying, and then you have also a share. They also get a share from your commission.
yeah.
But if you don't have that savings, or if you don't have that money in your bank to spend, probably my suggestion is join a real estate company like Ayala Land or something,
Mm,
because
mm.
some of also the successful brokers from Remax had previous job with Ayala Land,
All
selling
right.
Ayala Land properties.
Yeah, yeah. So I know some of them.
Yes.
So yeah, they're also some of the, I guess, top producing agents, here in the Philippines. And
Mm.
and I think what I like about Remax, especially right now it's growing and you have access to all of these, top producers
Yeah.
that can help you, in your, like, can you give us an idea how is it, working with these other top agents?
Actually, if of course when you're starting in this business, you can ask help from these people, from your colleagues in Remax. That's the advantage of it. And then you can also, they also share their listings to you, and you also share your listings to them. So eventually it's just like match, here in real estate it's just like matching one requirement from another requirement, and then if you can match, then automatically you can close a sale. So if you have uh, a circle of brokers within your circle that can help you and that you can help with, so probably you'll more chances for you to be successful in this industry.
Okay, okay. In
Mm.
in terms of percentages, can you estimate what percent of your transactions did you do with other Remax brokers versus, outside of Remax?
Actually, in terms of sales, probably it's like 50-50.
Mhm.
Of course, it doesn't have to be a Remax agent, but since
Yes.
you're in this industry, you get to know also other brokers who are selling properties within your concentrated area. We call it farm. The
Mm,
areas, of course, you cannot sell a property, let's say, outside your particular area, because it's hard for you. Like if with the pandemic thing,
yeah.
before you can close a sales, probably you will have a minimum of 10 viewings or something like that. But if your
Mhm.
properties are very far from where you live, probably you won't be successful. So what I did, I make sure that the properties that I'm selling is within my area of, uh, let's say, area of my responsibility, like
Yes.
within the area where I like to do sales. So which is the Alabang Muntinlupa area.
Mhm. Yeah, because that's where you live.
Yes, that's where yes, more or less I live, and it's very accessible. Like if a client would like to view tomorrow or today, sometimes even today, so
Mhm.
you can go there and view and show them the property.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Mm.
that's really nice. So, I think from what I'm hearing, so you're saying it's important that you have a farm,
Yes,
parang an area where you specialize in. And
yes, that's true.
so like right now, can you give me an idea how many listings that you have in your farm right now?
Yes, for you to be a successful broker, of course you should have, at least for me, I feel, a minimum of 20 to 30 listings, because after closing one, there should be another one in the pipeline. sometimes
Mhm.
as a broker, you're juggling several clients or several properties. Like uh, if you won't close this property, let's say property one, at least you have property two and three and four that you're juggling
Yes.
with a client, or doing, let's say, negotiating with a client. So you won't lose momentum after one sales, because normally
Mhm.
if you're only dependent in one listing after you sell this property, then eventually chances are it will take several months or several, or I don't know, a year for you to be able to sell another property. But if you have several properties within your your dispense, I mean, you can sell property the next month and go on
Yes.
to build your sales month
Okay.
in and month out.
Okay. You only focus on resale properties, or do you also carry
I
like
also
pre-selling,
but I'm not successful at pre-selling. It's more on resale properties, commercial and residential.
commercial and residential? Okay.
Yes, commercial and
Do you have
residential.
do you have like a criteria, for the types of properties that you carry?
Actually, of course, being a broker, sometimes you cannot turn down a client. If a client wanted you to sell his property, let's say in Tagaytay, of course,
Mhm.
of course you can't say no. It's like a doctor. You can't say no to a patient. So
Yes.
uh, you will have some of these properties. But for me, I'm more excited, and I feel that I can sell properties within the Alabang, Muntinlupa area, and in the Makati area or BGC area.
Okay. Okay. So that's your um, preferred areas, Alabang,
Yes, yes, Alabang.
yeah, Makati, and BGC. All right. And so when you were, I guess, just going back, when you were starting out, how did you get these listings? Because I would imagine you don't have experience, diba?
Mhm.
How did the sellers, entrust you, with their properties?
Actually, that's a good question. Actually, our our office prior to the pandemic, the Remax office in Alabang, is located in Mulito,
Hmm.
Mulito Commercial Center, and
Yes.
we had a very very nice location. So we our rule that time is, as long as you're in the office, the first client to walk in is your client. So that's our rule. So the office makes sure that uh, there would be a broker inside the office. So
Hmm.
ako, when I was starting, of course, I would be in the office, the first one to be in the office, so that I would be the first one to get a client that time.
Okay.
Uh, that's how I started
All right.
getting clients.
The early bird gets the worm.
Early bird gets a client.
Nice, nice. So, yeah, just being, ahead of everyone. Is- I think that's what my mother always told me. Diba? Daig ng maagap ang masipag. Yeah,
Yes, that's true. That's true.
that's a very, very good,
Sometimes,
say.
but sometimes there's also uh, a downside, because, for example, the first client to enter wants you to sell a property in Batangas, but the second client who enters the office wants to sell a property in Alabang, in Ayala, Alabang. So
Okay, yeah,
I should be I should get the second client. But
yeah.
eventually, if you're there consistently in our office, so eventually you can also tap clients from your dream, your dream village, so which is
Okay,
Ayala, Alabang.
all right. All right. So for you, that's your dream
And
uh,
yes, it's my forte.
forte.
It's where I wanted to concentrate at.
Mhm. But that area has already developed a lot, right? So it's not just Ayala Alabang anymore. That's like the
Yes,
prime
now
location.
Yes, now there are several developers within the Alabang Muntinlupa area. Like Mega World came in with Alabang West, and then
Hmm.
there's Clave. Of course, there's Ayala South Vale, and then there's also Portofino, the Villar groups. Plus, you also have Alabang Hills and Hillsboro, and Palms Point
Mhm.
within the area. So there are lots of
Okay.
villages within this area.
All right. But in terms of, I guess, desirability, is it Ayala Bang that's still like the number one?
Because Ayala Alabang is like 700 hectares, and there are lots of
Oh,
properties there. So
yes.
imagine the number of houses within the Ayala Alabang area. So I mean, I'm just fortunate, and brokers within my area are just fortunate to have a village that huge in size.
Yes, yes. So I guess one secret is to live beside or near, these farm areas.
Yes, very nice. But of course, if you're talking to if you're talking to the top producers in the industry, like they concentrate on villages in Makati like Forbes, Dasma, Sanyo,
Yes,
Bel
yes,
Air, Doneta. Properties there are very high. Or you call them high valued high valued properties, ultra
yes.
high end properties.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I would imagine. No, I'm curious, Rod, are all of your listings like exclusive, or do you also get non-exclusive listings?
No, most of my listings are non-exclusive. Because
Non-exclusive. Oh,
non-exclusive. Probably in my career, I only had two or three exclusive listings.
okay, okay.
Most of them are non-exclusive.
So you,
When you say
yeah.
exclusive, you're also up against several brokers selling the property. It's not only you selling it.
Yes, yes. So you're competing. So
Yes,
how
complete.
do you? So for you, how do you find your buyers, naman? So do you have the listings already, even if it's non-exclusive, you're willing to compete? So how do you find your buyers so that you can be ahead of other brokers?
Actually, you have to also have you also have to be wise. You have to get uh, uh, pay portals, like you have to uh, have a subscription on this real estate portals that's available, so to get direct clients. So sometimes you also get to work with other brokers who are looking for properties within the area that you're selling.
Mhm.
So there you have to get paid rental portals
Okay, okay.
to get
So
to get
for you, what are the portals that work best?
For me, Lamudi Property 24, and then you have free portals like Dot Property, Rentpad, and all those things.
Okay. So for you, I guess the productive portals are Lamudi, Property 24, That Property, and RentPad. So you also handle leasing as well. So it's
Yes,
not
yes, I
just
also
sales.
yes, leasing.
Okay. Well, I think the good thing here with especially in the Ayala Alabang area, is the properties are high priced, in the luxury segment. So even
Yeah.
if you just make one sale or even one lease, even the a lease transaction is also very rewarding already.
Yes, yes, rewarding. So
Yeah.
it's just for you a matter of saving. Like for example, if you close a sale, you shouldn't spend it all right away. You don't know when
Okay.
the sale would be, but if you eventually have a list, if you eventually have several listings, probably it will be more safe for you to be a broker.
Right, right. So very important, because it's very important that you pointed that out, because in real estate, because the commissions are big, right? Especially
Yes.
for new people, when they get their first big commission check, right? Or I think Rap mentioned this, on his first, I guess, first productive year, he went on 4 trips abroad. So that
Yes,
ate
you'll
up
be
his
tempted.
commission.
Yes, you'll be tempted to spurge because of the stress after closing. You want to you want to spend everything and be happy. So yeah, you shouldn't give in to that temptation.
Yes, yes. Well, that's true. No, the stress level is high, especially when
Yes,
you're
it's high.
especially when there are delays, right, in
Yes, yes,
closing or negotiation.
yes.
Yeah. So,
Every skill
how
is unique. Oh, so different different problems in different uh, in different sales. So you encounter different problems.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm curious. What was? Do you remember like what was the most difficult sale for you? Can you describe as what happened and how did you deal with it?
The most difficult. That's a good question. The most difficult sales for me. For me, I think one of the difficult sales is when you're working with a co-broker because
Mm,
you don't have a control of the buyer. For example, if you're at the seller side, you don't have control of the buyer, so you have to
yes.
go through that broker. So it's very challenging if you don't have a professional, if you're not dealing with a professional broker. So uh, every sale is unique, but for me, for you to be able to close a sale, the other your co-broker should be also in that caliber of yours. So
Mm,
that's very difficult if she's not up to her buyer or up to her seller. So it would be very hard for you to close a sale. But if you're doing it on your own, like after the experience that you gain, if you're doing it your own, at least you have full control of the buyer and seller. You know when to let them meet, and you know their what they're looking for, and like what do they want. So basically it's easier to close for me. For me, in my opinion, it's easier to close if you're in both sides.
yes, yes. So there's less coordination
Yes, that's coordination.
needed, and you can talk with both the buyer and seller. That's true. It's easier. But do you like maintain a close group of like brokers that you deal with often?
No, I'm very open with even I'm very open with other brokers as long as I have a requirement and they have requirement which I can offer. Then it's I'm okay to work with them. So you just have to be you just have to practice the proper etiquette of being a broker,
Yes.
and be
Yes.
conscientious, of course, with your with what you're doing. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
so
How do you find these? Of course, within Remax, you already know the brokers, but how about how do you find these other brokers that you work with in your area? Is there like a common place where you hang out, or?
No, no, I think because of course, just like me, I have several. There are several brokers who practice within the area of my responsibility, like my farm.
Mhm.
So, for you to be able to also to be successful in what you're doing, you should know those brokers within your farm area and be friends with them. And then during the course of time, of course, you will meet them and you will need their help, and they will need your help. So you have to be friendly, or you have to also uh, know them, and you have to be fair with your transactions with them.
Okay. Okay. So, really, it's all about relationship, rin, ano?
Yes, it's all about relationship to clients and to co-brokers. That's the secret.
Yes. Yes. Okay. We're learning a lot from you. We're learning a lot, Clem. And if you guys, if you are learning a lot from Clem on how to develop, a top producing real estate business, make sure to smash the like button. And for the YouTube algorithm, that helps YouTube share this video, to more people, and it helps the channel grow as well. And Clem, I'm curious, what was your like biggest failure naman? Was there anything that you consider a big failure in real estate, and how were you able to overcome it?
Actually, first of all, in real estate, you should love what you're doing. For me,
Okay.
if you love your work, regardless if you're working like almost the whole day, as long as you love what you're doing, you will be successful. So for me, sometimes uh, I'm working, and then I don't realize it's already 2 a.m. In the morning. So
Mhm.
wait,
Up.
I have hello, Miss B. Yes, I'm. Can I call you back? I'm just in an interview. Sorry. I just call you back. Okay. Thank you. Sorry for
It's
that.
actually, I think it's okay. You should answer that and maybe give us an idea how you deal with clients. But of course, maybe they want privacy, of course. So,
Yes, of course, they want privacy.
well, that's the problem of a top producing agent. You don't know when you're getting called.
Yes, you don't know when you're getting, and you're on call 24/7.
Yes.
Even during Sundays and holidays, you're still on call. Uh,
Yeah, especially on the weekend, right? Because most people,
yes,
that's when they do their side visits.
yes, that's true. That's true.
Uh,
During Saturdays and Sundays, that's where most of the corporate people are wanted to view properties.
yeah. Well, I'm just curious because you mentioned earlier that one of the things that you should be aware of is the way you spend money. Because real estate being as stressful as it is, sometimes you want to unwind. So, for you, bro, how do you unwind? From these stresses. What are your favorite leisure activities?
Actually, because of the pandemic now, it's just my
Right.
ultimate goal is to watch Netflix and to eat in a good restaurant. That's just how simple it is. Oh, so that's it for me. As long as I have time to eat in let's say like get my favorite food or one of my cravings, and
Uh-huh.
already find that no, I already find that a reward for me.
All right, right. Even before the pandemic, that was like your go-to.
Yes, that was my goal. And of course, before the pandemic, I would normally go to the gym to work out. But
Mhm.
now, because of the pandemic, there's no gym. You have to just do exercise at the house.
Yes. So you don't have a home gym setup, huh?
No, I don't have a home gym set. Just a few weights and dumbbells. That's all I have here.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what's your biggest challenge now? Now you've reached like top three in the Philippines. What are the next challenges that you want to achieve, or next milestones that you want to achieve?
Actually, of course, for me, I wanted to maintain the momentum that I have now and keep it going. But of course, my ultimate goal is like uh, to uh, to build, let's say, to be in the build and sell industry also,
Mm,
or to have passive income for me. That's
right.
my ultimate goal also. Yes.
Okay. So, have you tried already or not yet? When do
Uh,
you plan to get into that?
Actually, I already have a passive income now. Uh, which is, but of course it's just starting, it's not that big yet. I'm a consultant in one of my clients company. I get a monthly pay for regardless if I work or not. They give me
Nice.
a monthly consultation fee. So but eventually I wanted to, let's say, purchase a property, let's say have it rented, something like that.
Mhm. All right. So right now you're still in the process of
Yes.
gathering the capital. Okay.
Yes, gathering the capital.
Okay. Bro, if someone is new in the real estate industry and they want to become like you, and what would be like the steps that you would tell to them? Like, say, what are the 3, 4 steps that you would advise them to take to become a top producer?
Actually, for me, first it's either you join a company, either developer company selling properties to gain experience. Because here in sales, it's hard to, let's say, if you're an office person an employee in an office, and then you want to jump into sales right away, it would be hard for you to make that switch. But if you join a company, let's say like for example Ayala Land or Mega World or I don't know SM, probably you would get a dip in the real estate industry, and they would teach you the basic. And then you can also join Remax. Of course, if you join Remax, you just need to have a certain budget, or you should have a savings for you to be able to to sp- to get, or if ever you need money, still have a savings for your expenses, diba? So
Yes.
but in Remax it's like doing your own business, eh.
Mhm.
So it's like having your own business, so it's more on being an entrepreneur in the industry.
Right.
So where, and then eventually, even though you're not yet a licensed broker, if you're with Remax, you can be a salesperson, a licensed salesperson. You can get a
Yes.
license to do real estate deals, and then eventually, if you want to go to the next level, if you find it rewarding, and if you're successful in what you're doing and happy with what you're doing, probably you can study part time on a specific, take a real estate the course of real estate and be a licensed
Mhm.
broker, because it's
Mhm.
really rewarding for me. I think in my career, this is the most rewarding field that I've into, and I'm very happy in this particular field in real estate.
Yeah, yeah. You spent 24 years now in sales
Yes,
prior to getting into real estate. Plus, I think 4 or 5 years also in insurance
5 years.
selling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did all those years help you in real estate?
Yes, definitely. Because you meet lots of people, you have clients in those different industry, and then sometimes you can connect your clients and your contacts with real estate.
Mhm, mhm. So it's an advantage that you can have
It's an
also.
advantage. Yes, you can have
Okay.
also.
So would you do you have kids, ba, bro? Uh,
I have a daughter. Yes, I have a daughter who's in Cape Town, South Africa.
okay, okay. Right. Well, that's a long distance relationship.
Long distance relationship.
Okay. No, I was just wondering if you would like would you allow, say, your daughter to get into real estate as well? And how would you tell her to prepare for it?
So actually, kids nowadays, you shouldn't control them. What if they like what you're doing, or if they like to do something new, then
Mhm.
you should allow them to do so. If she likes to sell if she likes to get into the real estate business, why not? But because
Mhm.
for me, I as a father, I don't tell her what to do or where to get in. So if she
Yeah.
likes, because now she's studying medicine, so she wants to
Yeah.
be a
Yes.
doctor. So I allow her.
Yes. Yes. And it's good, especially right now, to have a doctor in the family.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. And if that is her passion, then why not? Why should you stop her from doing what she wanted to do?
Yes, yes, and definitely, it's good that you are supporting her,
Yes.
to achieve her dream. Now, bro, one of the challenge of being a real estate broker is motivation, diba? Because it's stressful. Real estate can be a roller coaster sometimes. Diba? How do you motivate yourself every day?
Some, of course, there are ups and down times. Sometimes you also feel stress, like how come most of the time when I was getting started, how come you're not closing sales. This is where your Remax comes in. Your colleagues, you get inspiration from them. You get in Remax, because here in Remax we have like they also we also have seminars that to attend with, and like now, yeah, more of Zoom seminars. We attend Zoom seminars, and they give you tips, they give you inspiration on how to deal with the stress, the anxieties in this industry.
Okay, okay. So that's also one of the perks of being a
Yes, that's what
Remax.
yes, that's also one of the perks being here in Remax. And you have a back team support.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know that you mentioned earlier that there is a cost, right, for joining Remax, and I know that it's different, for each office. But say, could you just give us an idea? Say, if I'm a new person, I want to join Remax. How much should I prepare for, say, like the next 6 months or 1 year, just to make sure that I stay in business?
Being an associate broker, because first of all, you have to, when you enter Remax, you become an apprentice
Mm,
in real estate. You're meaning to say that you're under a licensed real estate broker to teach
mm,
you. Probably you would spend around 5,500 every month or something like
mhm.
that. Being it's being an associate, and then if you reach a certain sales, or if you reach have a certain number of listings, and then you will be promoted, you will become an associate broker. When
Okay.
you're an associate broker, of course you still maintain that monthly fee, but you're on your own, meaning to say uh, you're not already you're on your own, you're not under a licensed broker anymore. But of
Mhm.
course you have to be a licensed real estate broker to be a broker associate in Remax.
Okay. Okay. So if you're not a licensed broker, then
You will
you'll
be
still be under a broker
yes,
associate.
yes, under a broker associate as an apprentice when you get started,
Mhm.
when you're starting.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I think that's reasonable, right? It's a reasonable investment, right?
Yes.
Especially if you make the deals that no the kind of deals that Clem makes. About just one transaction, you already pay for the entire year. No? You're already paid
Actually,
for.
yes, the good thing about Remax, we have several office nationwide here in the Philippines. So if you're
Mhm.
a real estate broker in Quezon City, you need not join the Alabang area. There's also a Remax office within Quezon City area that you can join. Or if you're in Makati, there's a Remax office that's in Makati where you can join. So it all depends where you live, and for me, you'll be successful if you have uh, if you practice your brokerage within the area where you live. For me,
Okay.
that would be a good starting place to start in this
All
industry.
right. All right. All right. So, uh, so let me get back lang a little bit to the way that the way that you do your transactions. I just remembered, and I wanted to be, I guess, curious. Do you have like, uh, you know, parang common objections and like common uh, answers to these objections? Because of course, in sales, diba? In sales, there's always uh, it doesn't go smoothly always, right? So it's always buyers may have certain concerns and all that. Do you have like scripts or anything that you use to address these kinds of concerns?
Actually, what I do is basically you have to listen to your client, listen to your client, the needs and want, uh, because you cannot push him to buy something if he doesn't need that
Mm,
particular property. So you have to be
okay.
very careful, and you have to listen to what he need. Is it for him to live? Is it an investment for him? Does he want it? Let's say, does he want to flip it? Something like that. So you should know his needs, and eventually, when you know that already, then probably you can pinpoint what property he needs to buy or what property he needs to get for his own.
Okay. Uh, Have you had any experiences where, say, that someone likes a property, but no, they're trying to haggle the price? Like, how do you deal with that?
Actually, being a broker. That's normally it. Sometimes
Yeah.
client has the capacity to buy, let's say, a beer, but he wants to buy a champagne. so,
Yeah.
so the price difference is so big. So
Right, right.
you have to tell him. Of course, you have to give him two options. First option is for him to realize that he can't buy that champagne that he wanted to, and you have to give him, these are the properties based on your budget. These are the properties that you can purchase. But if you still want to buy that particular property, then probably you can introduce him to a bank. You have to partner with, let's say, you have to you can tell him that you might want to take a bank loan and pay for it, let's say, for in the span of 10 years, diba? Because sometimes most of the clients for properties, they want buyers that are cash buyer. So if he can't afford it, probably you can introduce him to apply for a bank loan.
Okay. So for you, it's you don't try to force the seller, to lower the price.
uh,
You try to find a solution.
yes, you try to find a solution, but of course, you give an offer to, you tell your buyer, let's make an offer to the seller and let's see if the seller would agree on it. When the offer comes and then you present it to the seller, you tell the seller uh, things that would make try to convince him that this offer is a good offer, and this offer is already good, and if if the difference is not so big, then probably chances are you will be able to close the sale.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So it's well, really, negotiation is like that. No,
Yes,
it's trying to.
it's juggling between the seller and the buyer, making
Yes.
both ends meet.
Yeah. And now I can see now I can see your point. Earlier you said that it's easier if you can talk to both the buyer and seller. And it's
Mm,
harder if you deal with a co-broker because you don't know how good your co-broker is. Yeah.
yes, yes. But of course, if you're dealing with a licensed broker and a broker that is experienced field, then chances are he or she knows what she's doing. Mm. It's just a matter of explaining to her what your buyer wants, and she also must be open of what her seller wants. So for you
Right.
to be able to close.
Okay. Okay. So, bro, we're about to wind down to the last few questions. This one is particularly of interest for me. Like, who were your mentors that helped you, reach the point with where you are right now?
Actually, I would say that it's Remax TRP, the team of Larry Gamboa, Eden Dayrit, and of course you have Rick Manzano and Vic. I mentioned, did I mention Vic already? And then you also have Matthew. One of my friend in the industry is Matthew Matulak. He made me join Remax. He's the reason why I
Oh, okay.
joined Remax. Mm.
All right, all right. So you owe your career to Matthew.
Yes, I owe my career to Matthew.
Okay. So I hope Matthew is watching this. I
Yeah,
think you can, you can get Clem to treat you to dinner.
of course.
Uh, and what are you like? What's the biggest area right now in the real estate business or in your business that you are studying or that you are looking to improve or get better at?
Actually, like now I'm into this. I wanted to concentrate also with the commercial listing. Like now I'm into a deal with a commercial listing. Uh, so hopefully, it's like probably 90% done deal already.
Wow.
It's client wanted me to find a tenant for the entire building in
Oh,
Makati. So
Makati. Okay.
yeah, so more or less it's 90%. I'm still working on it, but there's still
Mhm.
some things that I have to work with. and then probably I feel that I have a big chance of closing the the deal.
All right, all right. Well, that's really nice. No, that's another deal, no, to help you get, no, to the top ranks of Remax. Uh, Congratulations in advance, bro.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And
Yeah.
I guess, well, before we get to the final question, um, if you no, if you like what you have learned, from Clema, I learned a lot, during this interview, the value of, networking, the value of keeping yourself surrounded, by good people that you can do business with and learn from, the value of being early, early to the office. That was one of the things that Clem used to his advantage, to get all of these listings, and just really investing also in your business. So if you liked what you have heard, on the secrets to becoming a top producing real estate broker, year in year out, please make sure to smash the like button again for the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the Dealmaker channel so that you'll be notified whenever we have new interviews, new videos like this, and hit the notification bell button to be notified always. All right, so Clem, if they want to do business with you, like maybe there's a broker here, or maybe even a buyer or a seller, who wants to do business with you, how can they contact you?
Actually, I have a Facebook page which is For Sale Properties PH. I have also a website which is at house.forsale.alabang. And then,
At
of course,
house.
at
Sorry, at house at for sale.
house.forsale.alabang.
But
And then,
that's the address.
yes, a web page, and then a Facebook page For
Subscribe.
Sale Properties PH. And then, of course, you can find me at the Remax directory. You can just search the broker agents and Remax directory, and I'll be there with my number and contact details. So if you're an aspiring broker and if you want to be successful, I suggest join a team or a company like Remax.
All right. So let me just put in the screen. This is there. So if you want to see, Clem's profile on Remax Philippines, you have that's the address remax.ph/agent/Clement Dizon, and you can see all of your listings are there.
Actually, my listings are in Facebook For Sale
In your
Properties.
Facebook.
Uh,
All
for
right, all
sale
right,
in the Facebook page For Sale Properties PH.
all right. Let's also show that
For
facebook.com
sale.
slash for sale properties ph. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that's it. That's it. Yes, that's
All
correct.
right.
That's correct.
All right. So if you want, no, especially if your property is in the Alabang area, then you know who to contact already. One of the top brokers in that area is Clement Dizon. Visit his Facebook page, facebook.com/slash for sale properties ph, and also his Remax, profile, remax.ph/agent/, Clement Dizon, to contact Clem. Now, especially, say, if you are a broker, you're not based in the Alabang area, but you have a client in the Alabang area, then you may want to deal with a professional broker, like Clem. All right, bro. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
Ronald.
much,
Thank
for
you.
spending the time with us. I know that you're busy and you have to get back to your client. That may already be a multi-million peso deal. So I will let you get to your client again. Thank you, and I hope to see you again sometime. Maybe
Yes,
when
thank
you
you.
are, yeah, when you're the number, top three broker again next year.
Thank you, Ronald. Thank you for your time, and thank you, everyone. If you're in this industry and you need help, probably you can just let me know. I'll be glad to help you guys.
All right. Well, that's great. So thank you, Clem. Please stay. Please stay. Maybe let's talk for a little bit while I just close our stream.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, I hope No, I hope you learned a lot, from our guest Clement Dizon on how to be a top producer in real estate. And it's really important that you continue to study, continue to level up your skills so that you can reach that level as well. And make sure that you stay subscribed. And if you have any questions, if there are things about running a real estate business that you want to know more about, then please let me know. Let me know in the comment section. What are some of what are the challenges that you are facing, so that the Dealmaker channel can help you. Maybe can put you in touch with the best people that can help you. I'm excited for tomorrow, because for tomorrow I also have another top producer. So if you are interested, that's what my interest is right now. I want to learn what are the secrets of top producing agents and brokers. And if you want to learn from Mr. Billy Dominguez, Billy Dominguez, he is the president of Green Circle Realty. And tomorrow he will talk about success secrets in real estate selling, during a pandemic. So his team is the number one sales team for Pro Friends Realty in Lancaster, New City. So if your business is all about pre-selling, Clem mentioned earlier that he's more into general brokerage. He was not successful in pre-selling. And if your business is more about pre-selling, then you may want to tune in tomorrow at the same time, 6 p.m., to listen to Mr. Billy Dominguez. And so with that, I hope you learned a lot. And now always remember, every day is a great day to make deals. And I hope that all of your deals will push through. See you on our next video.